accomplishments and some things that you guys would like to see done. And I guess my question is regarding Patriot Park, where the kids are playing. I read some accomplishments in the paper where we got new steps down to the fields. I'm really thankful that we can now get down to the fields so we can play ball. I've read, that we've got new batting cages. Yeah, we got new batting cages after ball season was already over. And it's my understanding that they was actually paid for by a citizen to be put up there. Now, my question is, we're putting a lot of money into the Dixie Park. Have any of you four actually been to Patriot Park? And we got new steps, like I said. Have you actually been down on the field surface where the children actually have to play ball? And notice that we have not spent one single penny this year that I can tell to fix them ball fields to where they're safe for the kids to play them. I'm wondering if any of you have noticed that there is ditches running through two of the fields that the kids have to play on. So my question is, what are you going to do with Patriot Park since we're doing all this work on the Dixie Park?
John Smith, this question's for you. Thank you very much.
Yep. Patriot Park, Joy, that's what the question is about, and it's a good question. I actually have. I've been to Patriot Park. I've been up there quite a bit here recently. I know some of the issues that you're talking about, especially at home plate on one of the fields. I was at a softball game up there the other day, and the girls trying to bat were actually about this deep below where the base was. There's definitely some issues in the field. There's some water issues. Lots of issues up there. Joey, it's a great question, and I think that it's definitely worthy of being brought to the board, and actually, let's take the board up there and let them look at it. I would venture to say that only about not everybody on the board knows what we're talking about, and there's an equipment issue right there, and it's pretty sad. I'll be honest with you. Of course, I would love to try to be able to work on those fields and get them ready. There's a lot of traffic going on up there. I was up there just recently with the disability kids were playing ball, and so there's like I said, there's so many people that are going up there. Lots of traffic, people coming out of town. But the key to the question is there's an opportunity right there for Selmer to actually to do better. There's tournaments talking about it, and Joey's got kids to play. They travel all over the country, all over the state, and that it's just like what we were talking about the sports complex. We have a great park up there. Yes, it needs some attention, but think about if the money that we spend on it, that what we can draw from that. I mean, we can have some big time tournaments, and trust me, it's expensive to play. Those kids, it takes a lot of money to travel around, but those people can come to Selmer. So what I'm saying is I'm definitely all for trying to better the Patriot Park, make it a whole lot better. We can have those big tournaments there, draw them in, make it even bigger, add on to the sportsplex, and you're talking about ball teams coming to Selmer every weekend, buying gas, spending money in this town that we all live in. So I'm on board. Thank you.
Okay, was not familiar with the problems with the park, so I don't know, I don't have an inkling of an idea of what it would cost to fix it. And so the easiest thing I can say is, yes, I would be for doing something to fix it, but I simply don't know. I'm not gonna stand up here and BS you and lie to you and tell you something I don't know. I will tell you this, I am the only one, and yes, I will put it in writing, that if I'm elected, I will donate half of the mayor's pay back to the town, and as long as it goes to youth program or youth center. So that would help to fix the park maybe. But anyway, like I say, I will put that in writing. I'll bite the bullet and donate half of it back to the town. Thank you.
Joey, thank you for that question. And it's interesting. I know we have certainly spent some time and effort up at Patriot Park, and like John says, up at the park the other day. Certainly, Civil has a staff. Of course, you know Josh Gray and those guys that are charged with making sure that those fields are in good shape. I can assure you one thing, that we'll get them in good shape. Because when I was up there the other day, I was up on the upper field, and it was in excellent shape. We've redone the concession stands up there. So I can tell you right now that, if we need some work up there in addition to what we've been doing, I'll get that done. That's not a problem. Your concern about Dixie Park, and again, those are LPR grants. The interesting thing about the Dixie Park, when we originally applied for our LPRF grant, LPRF grants are 50-50 matches. So we had valued the Dixie Park at about $55,000, appropriated another $50,000 in the budget, and I think it was about $12,000 or $15,000 in kind, so we could get a $234,000 grant. After the grant's awarded, then you have to have the property appraised, and thanks to the efforts of Jim and Tracy Plant over there, they did that, and they did that free gratis, and thank you very much for that. I want to thank you publicly for that. But the appraisal came in at $240,000, which gave us the opportunity to go back, cut the property in half. So the money that we're spending out here at Dixie Park right now, it's $117,000. That's all grant money. We don't have a dime of city money in that. It'll also give us the opportunity at the next LPRF grant cycle to petition for another $120,000. Now, part of that, you're talking about things to do. I have and we're going to have to get engineering approval, but one of the things I want to do in that next grant is look at putting a miniature golf course in that upper corner there. So certainly that will bring, and that's very feasible. I've done a lot of research and due diligence on that, and I think that's a very, very accomplishable goal at this next grant cycle, and that can be used 8, 9, 10 months out of the year. I don't know if there's one in Corinth or Hardeman County or anywhere, and that should attract it. So it's something, it's a challenge. It'll always be a challenge for a small town with constrained budgets. We are in excellent financial condition, excellent. But the state also likes to see you have a surplus so you can cover 5 or 6 months worth of expenses in case something just absolutely goes off track. We're able to do that. Streets, Tony's talking about. Next term, I'm working on a strategy right now how we can do that, but just to give you the challenge. A mile of paving is $100,000, and we got 50 miles of street in Selmer, Tennessee. So that's it. So it is a challenge, but we're working.
As far as Patriot Park is concerned, I was up there when Judge Webb and made a presentation to him. And I was up on the upper part, so I didn't notice the softball field down on the lower part. But I think that if something major needed to be done, why couldn't we use our street department to do that, in addition to Josh? And I would see no problem with maybe matching some funds to buy equipment so that volunteers of the leagues and the coaches and so forth could use that equipment to fix situations that come up on the park. And another thing I mentioned earlier, my proposal to start something in the town and even in the county, if they want to participate, is the pay it forward month. And we could have city groups and individuals who maybe one of them would like to take on the Patriot Park to do some things, to perhaps, do new bleachers or to repair bleachers or to repair the fields and so forth. But that's just one of the things that I think could be done as far as Patriot Park is concerned. And I would like to see the park out at the Dixie become a showcase for our Rockabilly Festival. I think it's good to have it downtown, but I think we could have a lot more folks there if we started having the festival there, the Fall Hog Festival, I believe is what we call it. I think it's a good thing. Anything that we can do, and when I ran the last time, I proposed a Selmer September, where every week in September we have some kind of something going on the order of the Memphis in May Festival. I think that's something that we should do. We should have something going on some month or every week. And also, we have the Rockabilly Festival in June. I'm not sure that's the best time to have it, because in recent history it's been so hot that nobody could stay around and listen to the music unless they have one of those little fans that blow. But anyway, I think that the problem with any of our parks can be solved, and if you would call City Hall when I'm mayor, I'll see that it's fixed if we have a problem. Thank you.
All right, at this point, you'll each have 5 minutes for a conclusion statement, and then we will conclude our debate. Roger, I'll give you the honors to go ahead and give your statement.
Well, I thought we'd said it all, but no, I would certainly appreciate that. I thank all of you for coming out and listening to some of this boring stuff. And I would like to be your mayor, and I would certainly appreciate your vote. And I hope to get to see many of you going door to door. I had a heart calf about a week ago, and that has kept me from doing anything for going door to door for the last, I can start now. So I'll be doing that, no problem. You candidates don't get happy. I'm not going to die or anything because they said I was in good shape. So anyway, I would just like to thank you, and I would appreciate your vote. If you're for me, God bless you. If you're against me, God bless you anyway. Thank you.
Like Roger, thank you very much for taking your time out to come out here tonight. I would conclude like this. You've looked at me for 8 years. You've seen the progress we've made in the city and the livability and the community development, helping the Senior Citizens Center. Certainly we've developed programs for our youth, our financial management capabilities, grant applications and seeking. Again, in a tough town, in a little town, you have to live and die by a budget. As far as I know, none of these gentlemen have come down to analyze the line item budget, what it's looked like for the last 6, 7, 8 years. And I would encourage her to do that, because that's what I had to do before I ever thought about running. I took 5 months. I dealt with Whittington, going through the budgets, with the department heads, understanding their challenges, and understanding the challenges that the town had in providing their opportunities and upgrading them. We've made a lot of stride. There's certainly a lot more to do. I agree with Tony. I need to develop a strategy for paving the streets, and I'm getting close to that. It'll require your assistance, by the way. Conversion to our vehicles to natural gas. I just came back from Nashville this morning at the Tennessee Energy Acquisition Corporation. I'm a vice chair on this board, and that's who we buy our gas through. There's a major savings, and with the available gas that we have below us and in the country, payback probably 2-3 years. So that's one of the things that we're going to continue to explore. I pledge to you, you will be financially sound. That I do my due diligence. A lot of the things that we've talked about here tonight, I've already done and looked at, tried to see how we can do it. Part of doing due diligence is a mainstay of being a mayor, and I have done that. And I can assure you that every initiative or anything that I do or champion is in the best interest of the town of Selmer and you. You'll find, and some of you have found that, this job is, it comes with a set of instructions. It's called the Charter and the Municipal Codes. Now, it's not up to me to be able to grant someone dispensation from an ordinance when I can't grant someone else. And those are tough. I've had to make some real tough decisions with good friends, and they'll tell you. So this job takes discipline, it takes integrity, it also takes due diligence, so you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about. I bring a wealth of experience. I can tell you state regulations. I work with a number of organizations, as they've all said that they're doing. I've been there and done that, and am continuing to do it. And it has been absolutely the most educational experience that I've had in 8 years. I thought the transportation business was educational. This is really educational. You'll learn about stuff that you didn't even know you needed to know about. And you'll learn it well, and you'll learn it fast. But I can assure you, it's kind of like, we've got some insurance guys here, it's like Allstate. I can assure you your town is in good hands. And thank you so much for your support.
Well, I would just like to say that I think in 8 years that 2 of the gentlemen here have had opportunities to bring jobs to our town. And I don't know why we're still talking about bringing jobs to our town when we should have had them in 8 years. We've had 8 years to increase the livability of our town. And I don't know why we're still talking about city streets when in those 8 years it looks to me like we could have improved our city streets. And as far as budgets are concerned, I had to create a budget, I had to live by a budget, I had to reconcile a budget in my job at Hardeman County Board of Education and Gear Up and reconcile it with the Tennessee Higher Education Commission. I've had assisted with budgets each year for 11 years with the Board of Education, which has a much larger budget than the city of Selmer. And I've had to create and live by a business plan each year for the UPS Center that I ran, and for a group of county executives for about 5 years when I worked at UPS, and managed a group of county executives in 3 states, and stayed away from home for many years doing so. But I know about budgets. So, and I have 2 copies of the last 2 city budgets that I have poured over, and I have looked at them. And I don't like to see a lot of revenue being counted on for fines of cameras, traffic cameras, and robocops, and so forth, that could go away at any time. I've also met with many city managers, city mayors, county mayors, and I know how to deal with them on a regional basis. In closing, I'd like to say that I thank the MRA and the Independent Appeal for sponsoring this. And tonight I've outlined why I think I'll do the best job as mayor for the next 4 years. And now it's up to you, the citizens and the property owners of Selmer, to elect the next mayor. So please go vote. I ask you to do that. And when you do, please consider the person at the top of the list. That would be Tony Chapman. And I will not let you down. I promise. My motto is do the right thing and never deny you know what the right thing is. My campaign slogan is not merely the words principles, integrity, leadership. They have meaning to me, and they'll have meaning to you if you elect me mayor. Principles, to me, stands for knowing what the right thing is. Integrity is doing those principles you know are right. And leadership is inspiring others to follow those principles. Practice integrity, do the right thing in everything you do. As your mayor, that is what I will do. God bless the USA, the great state of Tennessee, the wonderful town of Selmer that I'm proud to call home, and God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I was recently at an event where an elected official that works for the state of Tennessee shared with me a story that she recently contacted someone here in Selmer, told them about a job opportunity, possibly 250 jobs right here in Selmer. The response back to this person was no. They didn't think that we could handle it in Selmer. It was too big. Well, no is not an option for me. I brought a little something with me to close with, and what it is it's a bottle of 2-cycle mixing oil. I've been using this product for 14 years religiously. It goes in chainsaws, weed eaters, everything. This product is made in Selmer, Tennessee, and people all over the world are using it. Spectrum, they process this, bottle it, package it, ship it, and folks use it. Now, in my opinion, this is something that Selmer needs to market off of. Now, we've talked about things for the kids, roads, the Patriot Park. Jobs is what our folks are. They're needing jobs. Now there's millions of different things that can be made, and our folks are ready. People said they're not ready. They are ready. I know a lot of good folks, a lot of smart folks, a lot of hard-working folks. Some that don't have a job, ready to go to work. Okay? But look, think about if this bunch had said, no, we can't do that. Well, they didn't say no, they said yes. 140 employees at Spectrum, they got a new contract with Murray, big contract, that's big. That's what you brag on, that's what you market about. Let's bring those folks in, and if we're able to expand our tax base, then we will have some extra money to spend on roads, the Patriot Park, other things for kids. Those are all important. And we've got a list of issues, I agree. I think jobs is at the top of the list, and it trickles down from there. You know, in closing, I want to say I'm so thankful. Thank you for allowing me to be on the board of Selmer for 8 years. Serve as treasurer. I also serve on the planning commission. But you know, I do promise to give each one of you 100% dedication towards marketing Selmer, working towards getting those jobs in here. My dad's here tonight, 43 years he's been in business. Just trying to follow in those footsteps, taking care of Selmer, taking care of the people that live here. I'm definitely asking for your vote. I'll do you a good job, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well, I'd like to start by thanking each and every one of our candidates for coming out here tonight and sharing your views with the citizens of Selmer. Thank you so much. And again, on behalf of the Independent Appeal and the McNary Regional Alliance, I'd like to thank all of you for coming out and sharing this night with us. Have a wonderful evening, folks. Thank you very much.